lights, camera action. Living in a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, tried to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. On first down, it's Walker. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He's got his man Sharp complete. There he goes left side. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there, with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Ready? 50, plant.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Set, ready? 60, Pittsburgh. Hey, Echo.
Pick it up. Switch.
Protein spill.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Thomas has got it. Complete. One heck of a 3rd down conversion. 33 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, Let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Green. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check 50, check 50.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Go now. 8, read. Hey, exit. 5.
On 3rd down, it's Green. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. And they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
All day, baby, let's go. Let's go.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now. 30 pace, let's go.
Watch the safety creep.
Leo, slow, stop.
Ready.
Running right, here's Walker. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 1st down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here we go. Set. 50. Play.
Big stop, let's go.
They'll run on 1st down. Walker, and down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Check right, check right. No.
On 2nd down now, it's Walker. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. Look at a nice little drive brewing right here.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10, and he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Packers' 14-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They run with Sayers, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A run at Sayers' right side. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. George Kittle, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
14. Packers nothing. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 2nd down, it's Green. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they're dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10.
Come on, set. 15 lining, 15 lining.
Under 10, 10.
Pile, 64, weak. Ready.
On 1st down, it's Walker. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Strip that ball. You're out. What happened?
On 2nd down now, it's Walker. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. 2nd and 1. That's complete to Sharp.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. 2nd and goal from the 1. He'll try to run this one in, and he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they? Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one. Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They go to Johnson again. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Let's go.
They'll run it with Johnson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
It's 3rd and 11.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Hard. Hey, Haywood. Alert 3. Out. Watch the ship. Hey, Sam off. Shoot.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
And now that'll kick out of bounds, and this is going to be spotted back at their own 30. Oh, man. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Check. Ready, go. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Walker showing the power. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His third touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first.
60 out long.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
Shift. Hey! Go.
Again, it's Johnson. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Let's go.
So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On first down, Walker. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. Here's Matt Darr now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Let's go.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Yes, yes.
Check 24. Check 37. Check 37. Rush in.
Ready.
They'll keep it on the ground. Johnson gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
3rd and 6.
The Packers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Johnson running right. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. Know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Here comes Cohen. It's a foot race. The 20, 10, touchdown, Detroit. It's a punt return score of 70 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And we always talk about kick returns being so exciting on kickoffs. Punt return almost equally exciting.
And typically we talk about the kickoff return being the most exciting 10 seconds in football. Let's just cut it in half for a punt return and make it the most exciting 5 seconds in football. It's a great, glamorous, dashing play.
This is taken at his 4. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Here we go. At their own 20-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Save. Switch. Slam.
Bam.
He's coming. We got double up.
Get it.
There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
No gain on the play. Leads to 3rd and 11.
Down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. And he gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down.
An 8-yard gain. It's 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
High 7, let's go.
They'll try and run for it. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
That was 4th and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't 4th and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations, 4th and 3, 4th and 4, that's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one. In today's NFL, this is a passing down, all right? This is not a running down. That takes a lot of guts to call that play and even better execution.
An opening there on that 1st down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Johnson, and he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Here's a 20th carry for Johnson, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On 3rd down, Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a 1st down or more. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers get a score closer. Well, he just bumped up his personal stats with a 2nd score, but they still have some ground to make up.
Not terrific for today because of what you just said. They're still down on the scoreboard. But later in the year, when he piles it all up and starts to think about contract time, that's a pretty good deal for him. And I know darn well that you've got him in fantasy football, don't you?
I don't. You always think I just appreciate that you think I'm smart enough to have him in fantasy.
Well, you are.
Thanks. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Lions, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another road date next week as they're